This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic 2: The Sith Lords. In the last episode, we did some last little bit of talking to the characters on the ship. Checked to make sure all the quests that I could do that I didn't screw up too badly were completed. And now we must go to Dantooine to the actual temple itself, and it's finally opened up to us. What awaits us inside? The masters, of course, but will they have all the answers? Will we be able to fight off the Sith? Who knows? Maybe we'll have finally get some answers after all this time. Now, as far as I'm aware of, I believe I'm correct in this, that this is, as far as I know, this is the no turning back part of the game. So as soon as we do this, as far as I'm aware of, the game basically goes into the final act, and we pretty much have to play from start to finish. So you make sure you've bought all the stuff you need, I guess done all the quests, and all this other stuff. Because, yeah, as soon as we go in here, it goes to the end game. So, yeah, we'll finally get to learn everything that we need to do. So, actually, should I? I guess there's really not going to be any story difference with these guys. So, let me swap out. Let me just go with, Atten's a story character. Why not? We'll keep him. We'll bring in Kreia to this. So let's go into the Enclave and see what happens. Yeah, this is where remember in the first game, for those who played it, this is the way you would have gone into the temple when it was full. Like, you never could go through the other side, which we went into the first time we were here to find, the Jedi Master we were looking for then. Now we go back into the original one. I think the map is similar, if I remember correctly, because when Obsidian was doing this, BioWare gave them the permission to use a lot of their assets for it. So that's why it didn't take as long for 2 to come out as 1, but still, the game still being rushed leaves a lot to be desired, so oh well. So, let's go inside. Looks like crap.
It is different. It has been some time. Forgive me, but I need to rest. Go on. The council awaits. I will remain here.
I think if I'm aware, I think she still comes in even if you have another character. I think, if I remember correctly, like if you walk in without her, she pops up behind you, and the scene's still here anyway, if I remember correctly. But anyway, are you sure? What's wrong? Very well, shall return shortly. Stay here then. You are afraid.
Yes. Afraid for you. As I always have been. I will be fine here. Whatever answers the council have are for you. Alone.
Well, don't be too secretive about that now with what you're saying. Yeah, afraid for me. She's always trying to reflect whatever we say on us. I am rubber, you are glue. Everything that bounces off me sticks to you. That's you, Kreia. That's you. No. Is there anything wrong? Is there anything wrong?
I am tired. The journey has been a long one, and I need to center myself.
Well, alright, old lady. I mean, you are old. Even though if you know Jedi and their ability to control the Force, that it takes forever for them to affect.
Know that much may happen here, but above all, do not forget this. You may trust in me. We cradle each other's lives, and what threatens one of us threatens us both. And if you find you cannot trust me, trust in your training, trust in yourself. Never doubt what you have done. All your decisions have brought you to this point. And now, perhaps they shall see what you have become.
It is not as it was.
But perhaps that is for the best.
We were wondering when you would arrive. This moment has taken some time to reach us, and I imagine you have many questions.
Or perhaps you've come for revenge.
Why did they have the guy's voice pop out of the guy with the mustache? I forgot his name already. It's been quite a few weeks since that, but that wasn't that guy's voice. Was that an accident in the recording studio? They meant to record the other guys, or maybe I don't know. Maybe someone wasn't paying attention or whatever. But anyway, or maybe they just didn't have the camera on the right dude. But anyway, it's nice to see you old fogies again. Where's the other lady? Oh, right. She got killed by Scion. Yeah, I guess we're just here by ourselves with Atten. Good old Atten. Yeah, I feel, I guess before I go on, well, maybe we'll wait till the story otherwise. But I feel like, I wish I'd figured out some things earlier before getting to this point in the game, because there are a few, little character quests and story bits that I didn't actually get to, or I think it's maybe, one of the explanations is the game is slightly glitchy, but I did miss a lot of opportunities to give certain characters influence, so that'll affect certain things. Like Atten is one of those that I didn't get all of his influence with. And as far as I know with Mira, I don't think there's any other influence I can give. The whole, influence missing to do certain talks with her. I think that's as far as it goes, if I remember correctly. It might be different if you play male Exile, but anyway, before we go on, I just wanted to say, if I could do it better, I think I would have maybe looked up certain things just to make sure to show you all the content. But a lot of this is just me just kind of going off the cuff. So anyway, let's talk to him and see if we can get some answers. Miss Allie, if we were to stop the Sith, oh yeah, because Rook or whatever said, are you here for revenge? Which, if you're dark side, which makes a lot of sense. Why'd you cast me out of the order? Why are you all in hiding? Even though we've asked him all these questions before, but I guess it's double checking. I need to know what you spoke of when you cast me out of the order many years ago. I've come to kill you all. There you go. That's the option. Well, they cast me out. How do I want to go this? I need to know what you spoke of when you cast me out of the order many years ago.
You already know the answer. You've noticed it in those who travel with you.
What are you talking? Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, what are you talking about? And the game tells me. Could someone just give me a straight answer? My companions, what about them? Yeah, exactly. Could someone just give me a straight answer?
Have you noticed that when you act, others follow?
Those that travel with you.
They follow you without question, without hesitation.
Against their instincts, and sometimes against their sense.
It is because you are a leader. But that still fails to grasp the meaning of what I'm trying to tell you.
What? But I'm the main character. Of course, a group of vagabonds and ne'er-dwellers or misanthropes are supposed to join me in saving the universe. I thought that was just obvious. Are you telling me there's a plot significance to why they're just hanging around me, even though some are good and some are evil? Well, good or evil are relative, but you know what I mean. So explain yourself. Are you saying I'm controlling them? I'm a leader, a general, no longer. Are you saying I'm controlling them?
It is not an easy thing to explain. Surely you are familiar with force bonds. It is the bond that develops between apprentice and master when one truly understands another. It is developed over time through understanding of each other. Yet you do it so easily, and we do not know why.
You make connections through the Force, and it resonates with those who travel with you. The resonance is even greater when they, too, are Force sensitive.
Your actions affect others more than you know. You draw others to you, especially those strong in the Force.
When you suffer, their spirit echoes it. And when they are in pain, their pain becomes yours.
Wait, are you telling me that everyone in my group is Force sensitive, except for the robots? And except for Mandalore? Well, that's just weird. Wait, if I had this power, why didn't you mention this to Revan in the previous game? Oh, because Obsidian likes to do more deeper meaning type of stories. And not saying BioWare doesn't. It's just sometimes depending on the writer you get some drastically different types of stories or introspectives when you play the game. Like BioWare is more of your standard adventure game with some twists and turns, while Obsidian, at least, well, I mean, whoever did the writing for this, I think it was Chris Avalon, if I remember correctly, which apparently, from everything I've heard, is a great writer, did a lot of great storylines. But they like to do things a bit differently. I mean, they could have done the same game, it would have been just jumping off the backs of KOTOR 1, but in KOTOR 2, you get a lot of different story plots, elements. I like the way they tell the story and how their interpretation of the Force and like what it can do and stuff like that. So, is this going somewhere? I don't believe any of this. How did this happen?
We do not know, but it is not the first time you felt the weight of so many lives.
And that is why the Mandalorian wars echo within you still.
So I was able to just bring all those guys to war because I have the power of Force bonding. Yep. Revan doesn't. Is just Revan because he was just a really good leader, and I'm not a good leader. I just have magic forcing people to follow me, like mass. What is it from D&D, like mass charm or something like that? What do you mean? So all those deaths at Malachor? Are you telling me you weren't responsible for my loss? Wait, what? Oh, probably the Force and some more eyes prove it. What do you mean?
We did not cut you off from the Force. You were merely deafened to it. Because of that last battle of the Mandalorian Wars.
The screams of countless thousands, Jedi and Mandalorians, crushed by the planet's gravity, annihilated.
Their lives still scream across the surface of that dead planet, and within you. To hear the Force over such pain, it is not possible. It was too much for any Jedi to endure, and it is a wonder that you did not die there when thousands perished. All those you had fought with and struggled with. You cut yourself off because you had to if you were to survive. You had hints of it in the war on Doxon. Malachor was simply the final blow.
You were deafened.
At last, you could hear.
You were broken.
You were whole.
You were blinded.
And at last, you saw.
When you returned to us, we saw what had happened. You carry all those deaths at Malachor within you. And it has left a hole, a hunger that cannot be filled.
In you, we saw a wound in the Force.
In you, we saw the end of the Force.
Wait, I'm the end of the Force? I've got a hunger? What? So, am I just so Force sensitive that when the whole Malachor thing happened, I basically mentally shut myself off from the Force so I could survive? Because don't they say when people die, at least those Force sensitive can hear the screams of those? Kind of like Obi-Wan in the fourth movie when he says, I just heard like a billion people cry out at once, and you could tell it, like, he wasn't even right next to us. It caused him to stagger and fall over. But her, she was right there when it happened. So it was like, bam, just a million voices like right yelling in your ear. Huh, but a wound on the Force, huh? So we carry that with us? What was Kreia talking about? That makes no sense. I can feel the Force again. My connection to the Force isn't even stronger than before. More of I still have my power, my abilities. But that makes no sense. I can feel the Force again.
Yes. You can feel the Force, but you cannot feel yourself. You are a cipher, forming bonds, leeching the life of others, siphoning their will and dominating them. It is the teaching of these new Sith to feed on others, on other Force sensitives. They are symptomatic of the wound in the Force. You are a breach that must be closed. You transmit your pain, your suffering through the Force. Within you we see something worse than merely the teachings of the Sith. What you carry may mean the death of the Force, and the death of the Jedi.
Wait, is it because of this hunger that's inside me that's causing the Force to like get suctioned off or something like that, and I'm sucking up people's energy and stuff like that, like a Sith? Huh. And they're saying, at least from what I understand, what they're saying is basically my causing this wound caused other, like, Sith or other people to form powers around this ability or something like that, from what I understand. So I almost created these Sith that are coming after us, or at least their leaders. That's my interpretation. I could be wrong, but that's kind of an interesting idea that something happened to the Force that was affected so strongly that certain individuals gain new powers or abilities or new understanding from it because of what I did, because of my weird ability to be super sensitive or to Force bonds. So my Force bonds have extended through the Force to other people, maybe? I mean, I'm not completely 100% sure, and I'm not sure the game is supposed to explain it thoroughly, but I think that's the idea. I am stronger than I ever was. I can feel the Force strongly. More Jedi kryptonite. My strength is proven enough. But I can feel the Force strongly.
So you think. It is not the strength of a Jedi you feel.
He's right. It's all the death you've caused to get here. You feed on it, and you grow stronger. You're like Malachor. It's in you, it's what you are now. You must have noticed as you fought across all these planets, killing hundreds, only to become more and more powerful. Why do you think that was?
But what's worse is that bonding you have. It hasn't gone away. It's gotten stronger, and the more attachments you form, the more you draw others to you.
And that is why you are a threat to us all.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to explain that me killing all these characters is a part of some RPG trope that you got to kill people to gain levels? Like, story-wise, I'm actively drawing upon their energy and becoming more powerful. There's an in-game explanation for leveling up and becoming stronger? What madness is this? Yeah, apparently, I mean, yeah, step aside, Undertale. You're not the first game to talk about killing people, getting experience. You're not the first one. No, I don't have anything against that game. And I don't even have anything against the creator of the game itself. I just think for people who talk about it being the first game to do that. No, we've seen it before. Actually, I think there's probably games that talked about this before. But yeah, I remember that. I remember this game explaining that to me, and I was like, whoa. Well, I don't know if I said whoa, but I was like, huh. You know, but yeah, in-game explanation for leveling up, becoming stronger. Who knew? You just assumed it was just going the course of the adventure and just getting stronger. No, we've been sucking up their energy for everyone we kill. For being a light side character, we sure did a lot of killing, didn't we? I don't remember back to when Mira said that she would almost never kill people ever. Then as soon as she started joining us and fighting with us, she was killing more regularly. And not saying being happy about it, but she was forced to kill more regularly despite her intentions. The game was telling you all these little things during the conversations. And I didn't even show you everything that the game had to offer in terms of certain conversation blips and stuff like that. Or how, I mean, the whole influence system, how we were able to calm Bayodir's anger, or you could have increased it, stuff like that, or how we were able to unlock Force potential within the Disciple and others, you know, and Bayodir and other such people. This makes no sense. Exactly. And a threat to us. What do you mean? I'm a light side Jedi. I'm here to save you guys. We're here to fight the Sith. This makes no sense.
What if other Jedi went to war as you did, suffered the same events, and emerged as you did? What if there was a crucible that trained such Jedi to consume and kill?
For you, Malachor was that crucible.
What's worse is these Sith that we face. I fear that they have learned the lesson of Malachor all too well. It is what allows them to prey on Force users, to become stronger when Force sensitives are near.
Somehow they have learned their hunger from you. And so you have brought about the end of the Jedi, and perhaps all the knowledge of the Force. But it is of no consequence. Your ability to make such connections, such bonds so easily are why you cannot remain. You are a threat to living creatures and all who feel the Force.
You will lead the Sith here, and that we cannot allow.
Our judgment before remains. Exile. You must leave. And you must leave without your tie to the Force. It is a punishment reserved for only a few, and only when necessary. But we have the power to cut you off from the Force, and it must be done.
Forgive us, but it is necessary.
But I brought you all together. We're supposed to fight the Sith, and you want to shut off my power because of something that I didn't purposely do? You know, this hunger? What kind of Jedi are you? Aren't you supposed to be, like, understanding or trying to figure this out or working with me? It's just, hey, you know, you gotta shut off your power, and that's all there is to it. So it's my fault, huh? And apparently the Sith have been following me because of that hunger, despite me not feeling it personally, but my body wants it, apparently. We want more levels, apparently. I'll submit to this punishment. If this is what we've done, then I accept it. I won't give up the Force. Stop this. The first one touching me die. So yeah, that's more the aggressive. Obviously, the middle answer is more, neutral. And I guess it's light side to accept that we must shut off our connection to the Force, otherwise we'll keep destroying the Force. So obviously, as a good character, we want to try to heal this wound despite what we really want. Or if we're dark side, I think if I remember correctly, this is kind of like in Old Republic 1, or Knights of the Old Republic 1, when you choose to join. Forgot her name now. Main lady, Bastila. If you choose to join Fallen Bastila, all your light side goes straight. I don't know if it goes to straight dark side, but you go straight neutral or something like that. Despite you being complete light side, if you choose to join her, you lose all your light side points. Or if you're dark side and you choose to reject her, you gain light side points because you decide not to do it. I think this is another thing that maybe doesn't lose all your points, but it's one of the main decisions on how your character reacts. If you just want to, dark side to just fight these guys, but no, we're light side. We just wanted to understand what was going on, and we wanted to get you guys together to explain it, and you've explained it to me. Perhaps it is best we lose our powers and go on, I guess, living with this hollow existence. But I guess to be a good person, we don't do what we want. We do what the world, or what everyone wants. So I will submit to this punishment.
Do not be afraid. You shall feel no pain, but this must be done. As long as you feel the Force, you are a danger to those around you.
Enough! Step away from her.
What?
Step away! She has brought truth, and you condemn it. The arrogance. You will not harm her. You will not harm her ever again.
I thought you had died in the Mandalorian Wars.
Die? No. Became stronger. Yes.
Is this your new master, Exile? If so, then you follow Revan's path. Her teachings will cause you to fall as surely as he did.
You sought to lure the Sith out, and now they have come to us.
As you would pass judgment on her, I have come to pass judgment on you all. Do you wish to feel the teachings born of the Mandalorian Wars, of all tragedies that scream across the galaxy? Let me show you, you who have forever seen the galaxy through the Force. See it through the eyes of the Exile. How could you ever hope to know the threat you face when you have never walked in the dark places of the galaxy, faced war and death on such a scale? If you had traveled far enough, rather than waiting for the echo to reach you, perhaps you would have seen it for what it was. There is a place in the galaxy where the dark side of the Force runs strong. It is something of the Sith, but it was fueled by war. It corrupts all that walks on its surface, drowns them in the power of the dark side. It corrupts all life, and it feeds on death. Revan knew the power of such places, and the power in making them. They can be used to break the will of others, of Jedi, promising them power and turning them to the dark side. Did you never wonder how Revan corrupted so many of the Jedi, so much of the Republic, so quickly? The Mandalorian Wars were a series of massacres that masked another war, a war of conversion, culminating in a final atrocity that no Jedi could walk away from, save one. And that is what I sought to understand. How one could turn away from such power, give up the Force, and still live. But I see what happened now. It is because you were afraid. It is done. She is no more. Take me to Atris. She will have the strength to do what the Council cannot.
Well then, so what just happened, folks? Apparently, we were willing to accept our fate from these Jedi Masters, and then all of a sudden, Kreia comes in, shows them what my wound can do, and force drain. Well, the ability to use this force drain. I don't know if they're actually dead. It looks like they still have their lives. So I don't know if they're up and awake or not. And then we got a new power, Enlightenment, which I don't remember what that actually does. Can I actually go into the main menu really quick? It looks like there's no one with me, by the way. It's just me. Let's see. No, we want to go here. Let me check that out really quick. Let's see. Let's see. Let's look at powers really quick. See. Where is it? Let's see. Those are my forms right there. Oh, come on. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Mind trick. Unknown force power. Some force cannot be learned through normal means. Was that it? I don't know what that one is. Precognition. Didn't they say it was enlightenment, right? Force Enlightenment. This power allows the Jedi to use light side of the Force to embrace the Jedi's powers. The best of Jedi's speed, armor, and valor powers are instantly activated at a reduced cost. This power is useful to quickly become ready for difficult battles. Wow. I think if you're dark side, you get a different battle, and I think you actually kill the masters. I think, but as far as I know, they're alive. But yeah, let's see. And Kreia ran off with Atris's troops. What were they doing there? All right, let's talk to these. Let's talk to these guys. Are they still alive? This master is dead, drained of his life. His body is worth and lifeless. It is like an absence in the Force. Oh, we did drain him. Why did he still have a life bar? Yep. So there goes Varuk, Kavar, and Zekal El. They've died. We just killed them. Jonathan Winters. No. Why? Yeah, they didn't even have a chance. Kreia just, like, apparently used my ability to just kill them with my ability. My hunger, or whatever you want to call it. Man, yeah. This is the big twist of the game, is, like, explaining to us, like, what our powers actually mean, what we can do with them, and all this other stuff. So, yeah, we all this time getting all the masters together, and we kill them. Well, I mean, we don't kill them. Really, game? At this point in the game, can't I just open a freaking chest? Nuts. Actually, I don't remember there being anything actually worth it in there, if I remember correctly. This is what happens when you don't have enough security level or whatnot. Well, I guess we need to chase after Kreia. And I guess whoever other companions are with you, they're just not here at the moment. You just go in by yourself, so... yeah, so Kreia ran off with Atris for some reason, or in her cronies. I forgot what happens if you have a handmaiden with you. I think she mentions it when we go back to the ship, I think, because no one else is here when this happens. So I don't think there's anything else around here. But yeah, that was and the fact that we end up killing the Jedi Masters. Well, if you're dark side, I think, as far as I'm aware of, I think you just do it. I don't think you. I think Kreia still comes in, but I think you, like, actively use your powers of hunger and drain to kill them, with just Kreia egging you on about that. But if you're light side, you obviously you don't want to do it, and then Kreia does it for you. Like, she activates your ability, or whatever you want to call it, somehow, and does it. And I think we already knew this before, but I think maybe she already mentioned it before. Why did Varuk say that we follow the path of Revan with her as our master? Maybe I don't want to say it just yet, just in case. I could have swore the game tells us why that's the case. It maybe have. We may have had a conversation about it, but it's been so many weeks and months that maybe I forgot about it already. I know. And even without me playing this game for so long, there's certain story beats I still remember, like this one specifically here, and a couple other scenes. But yeah, that's the big thing here. Now we got to go back to I forgot what planet it was, but we got to go back to Atris's place and find out what Kreia has in mind for her and what she said about what the council was afraid to do. And there's no council anymore; they're all dead. What happened, Adam? We leave you for 1 second at the wheel, and we find you drunk off your ass. Let's see what happened here. Did Kreia come on board? Where's Kreia?
She's gone. The handmaidens came for her. They know who she is now.
What? Who? Yeah. Well, okay. What? And you didn't. Where are they? Yeah, and we didn't stop them. That's probably not a very nice thing to say to them. Where are they taking her?
They'll take her to Telos, and Atris will do what she'll do with anyone she thinks is a Sith.
She'll kill her. Atris will execute her, but Carrie and I are linked. If she dies, yeah, that's not good for me. But what? Now that the council is dead, what is next for the story? We've got no like really good ally. Well, I mean, we got our allies, but we got no allies on the light side of the Force anymore. And Atris is just willing to kill any Sith, as crazy as she is. And Kreia, why'd she manipulate us to kill those men, or like use our power to kill the Jedi Masters despite their best intentions? Well, let's get this roller coaster started on the next episode of Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2: The Sith Lords. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.